Hey art friends, welcome to today's how-to. Today we'll be learning how to draw Rumi from K-pop Demon Hunters. So first let's get started with our eye. On the left hand side we're going to draw in a circle. Then we're going to leave a gap in the center, moving over on the right, lining that up at the same height, and we're just going to replicate that. Now on the inside corner, we're going to draw in a circle for the highlight of the eye. And then moving down on a slight diagonal, let's replicate that, making that slightly smaller. Let's draw in some eyelashes now. So we're going to draw in two curved triangles that come out from the corner of our eye on both sides. Now in the center, we're going to draw in a small arch line for the nose, and then directly in the middle, just drawing in another curved line, arching that down in the center this time. Let's move up and draw in the eyebrows. So in the corner, we're going to curve this line over, up, and then back out. And then we'll do the same thing over on the right. Now let's move up in the center of the head and draw in the braid. So we're going to curve this line around and then up on the right. And now from the left-hand side here, we're just going to again curve this around and then back down. Before we draw in the rest of this, we're going to draw in the head. So on both sides, we're going to curve this around and down. And then we're going to step across on the right and just replicate this. Now for the cheeks, closing off the bottom of the face, we're going to arch this around and in towards the center. Now for the ears on both sides, we're going to draw in a half circle. On top, we're going to curve this over and across. And then moving underneath, we're going to draw in another small half circle. Now let's move across and draw in the rest of the hair. So coming up above, we're going to curve this around and then down. On the left-hand side, let's arch this around and through towards the top of the ear. And then we're just going to replicate this on the right. So we're going to bring this over and back down. Before we draw in the braid falling behind the hair, we're going to draw in part of the jacket first. So on the left-hand side, we're going to curve this line out. We're going to do the same thing on the right, ending that at roughly the same height. Let's draw the collar, bringing this out and through towards our chin. Now let's step across for the side of the jacket, curving this down, ending that at roughly the same height. We're going to close this off on the bottom now with a curved line. And then we're going to move up slightly again, replicating that. On the side here, we're just going to draw in a small rectangle. Closing off the shirt in the middle, let's draw in a small arch line. In the center for the necklace, we're going to draw in a small circle. And now on both sides, let's just draw in a diagonal line coming out towards the corner. Closing off the shirt, let's arch this line through. Stepping down one more time for the belt. And then in the middle, we're just going to draw in two straight lines that come up towards the top. Let's come down for the shorts before we draw in the arms. So we're going to draw in a small curved line from left to right in the center. Let's draw in a diagonal line that comes out from either side, ending that at the same height. Now on the outside here, let's curve this down towards the bottom, ending this at roughly the same height. And then from the middle, we're just going to curve this across and out. Now on the side, let's curve this line through towards the bottom of the jacket. And then for the pockets, we're just going to arch this line over. Now let's draw on our arms. So starting on the right-hand side, we're going to curve this line out. On the top here, we're going to bring this line over and then in. Let's draw in 3 triangles, creating the spikes on the right-hand side here as we come down. Let's close off the wrist, curving that down towards the corner, stepping up, replicating that again. Let's close off the hand, arching this line in, and then moving behind this, just curving this around and back in towards that corner. Let's close off our left arm now. So we're going to bring this line out and then down, closing off the wrist, curving this line in, stepping up, replicating that. Now from here for the hand, we're going to draw in a small bracket. For the thumb, we're going to curve this line over. For the first finger, curving this around and up, stepping over, replicating that. And then one last time, bringing that in towards the corner. Let's close off the braid behind the head now on the left-hand side. So we're going to arch this around and down. Moving over again, let's replicate that. Let's step below, curving this line over. We're going to leave a gap, moving down beside the ear, curving this around and through. In the center here, closing that off, curving this down. And then moving underneath one more time beside this, just curving this around and through towards our shoulder. Let's draw in the legs now. So on the inside, we're going to draw in 2 diagonal lines going out towards the center. And then on the side, we're going to replicate that, bringing that in, ending that at the same height. To close off the boots now, we're going to draw in a small arch line from left to right, extending that past our lines for our legs. On the inside, we're going to bring this line through, out, and then back down. On the outside, we're going to draw our diagonal line coming in towards that corner. And then again, we're going to move around this, curving this out and over towards our inside line. Now stepping up, let's arch this line across. Moving in towards the middle, let's draw in 2 straight lines that come down in the center. And then now from here, we're just going to draw in a slight diagonal line as we come out on the side. And lastly, we're just going to finish drawing in the braid that swirls in behind. So on the right hand side, underneath our shorts here, we're going to curve this around and in towards our hand. We're going to draw below again, replicating that. One more time. Lastly, we're going to replicate that, just making it slightly smaller. And now for the end of the braid, we're going to curve this out, in, back out. And then from that point, bringing that up towards the bottom. And that is it. That's how you draw Rumi from K-pop Demon Hunters. You can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thanks so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I will see you all on the next one.